My landlord warned me never to press the 7th floor button. I should have listened. He didn't explain why. He just told me not to do it. I should have listened. I had just moved into my new apartment. It felt quiet, safe, almost too safe. Dennis, the landlord, handed me my keys. Locks have been changed, he said. This one's for the front door. This one's for the apartment. I thanked him, and he turned to leave. Then he suddenly came back. One more thing, he said. The 7th floor is closed. You can't reach it by stairs, but the button still exists in the elevator. It shouldn't work, but don't press it. That was it. No explanation. He walked away. Later that day, my neighbor knocked on my door. His name was John. He brought chocolates, smiled warmly, and invited me in for tea. He had a small dog, friendly, adorable, instantly comforting. Are you married? He asked. No, not anymore. I'm sorry to hear that. Something in his voice felt genuine. Over the next few weeks, we ran into each other almost every day. Elevator chats, occasional visits, long conversations. I was far from my family, drowning in guilt I never talked about. But John made things easier. He made me feel safe. One evening, I noticed something strange. John didn't have his dog. That night, I barely slept. The next day, he noticed. Still thinking about Jenny? He asked. My heart skipped. How do you know her name? He said casually. Maybe I did. I wasn't sure anymore. Then he smiled. I've got something that might cheer you up. As we stepped into the elevator, he asked, have you ever been to the 7th floor? No, I said. It's blocked off for tenants, not for owners. I store some things up there. Before I could respond, he pressed a button. The elevator rattled. First floor, second, third, our floor, John joked, winking. 6th, 7th. Ding! The elevator stopped. The doors didn't open. A cold wave ran down my spine. John? He stared at the doors. His eyes were glowing red. The elevator began shaking violently. I grabbed the rail, barely able to stand. Then it stopped. The doors slid open. The hallway was dark, cold, empty. Come on, John said calmly. His eyes were normal again. The lights flickered on, dim yellow. The walls were cracked, mold covered. The air smelled damp and rotten. The hallway twisted endlessly, turning corners, always looking the same. No doors, no signs, just us. Finally, we reached a long hall lined with steel-barred storage units. Inside them were random things, old toys, burned car seats, children's items. My stomach dropped. John stopped in front of one unit. Inside was my car, half burned, destroyed. Do you recognize this? He asked, his voice deep and distorted. I couldn't breathe. Why did you lie to the police? Why did you say you didn't drink that night? The car burst into flames. Suddenly, my wife and daughter were inside it, screaming, banging on the windows, begging. I collapsed to the floor, sobbing. Then everything went dark. I was inside the car now. The heat was unbearable. Smoke filled my lungs. I screamed. I clawed at the windows. Ding! I gasped awake on the elevator floor. The doors were open. My apartment hallway stood before me. Normal, quiet, empty. John's apartment was vacant. The landlord confirmed it the next day. A man once lived there. He died in a drunk driving accident. A mother and daughter died too. The father survived. This will be my last post on Reddit. Tomorrow, I'm going to the police. I survived the fire once, but I won't survive it again if I keep lying.